Quolls are declining. That's what we think in this area. No one's really looking at them in the Illawarra and the Southern Highlands.
We need to do more work to discover exactly what's happening with their numbers, but it's definitely clear that with the introduction of foxes, cats, and also, of course, destruction of their habitat, that they're certainly declining.
My honours project for next year is going to be based on one of the findings from my previous camera work, which is that in the Illawarra and the Southern Highlands, the red fox occurs in a really high density, especially compared to the spotted-tailed quoll, which is obviously a threatened species. I'm hoping that this will really be able to help us target our long-term monitoring program for quolls, because if we can decide that the red fox is really having a negative impact, then we can focus on really employing an effective and humane fox control program in the area. We named the Quolls in Barren Grounds after the family from the iconic Australian movie The Castle. So the Quolls are the Kerrigan family. They're the little Aussie butlers fighting against the big corporation, the introduced predators who are trying to take their land. Quolls have a really huge impact within ecosystems. They're what's known as an apex predator, which means they're the top predator. If something happens to them, if they become extinct in an area, we know that all of the other species that they interact with in any kind of way are going to be affected by that. We're an island nation, they're not found anywhere else in the world.
Let's just go back not too long in history, and we had a beautiful animal called the Tasmanian tiger, or the thylacine, and we're facing a similar situation with the tiger quoll, or the spotted-tailed quoll, in that we could see it become extinct in our lifetimes, in fact even in the next 10 to 20 years. I think it's very important that we don't let that happen. And you know, our grandkids don't look back and say, oh, I would love to have seen a tiger quoll, but they became extinct because no one saved them. You don't have to be a doctor or a scientist to contribute to animal conservation. I think it's important people know that.
I'm just saying, if you care about quolls and if you want to see quolls return to the Illawarra and the Southern Highlands the way that they used to be here, then giving a donation is going to be a really good way to do that.